Heather, can we get any word at all?
Atlas.
Atlas. Thank you, Atlas. I look out on the world from my airship. On this journey, it's sure been a long trip. They said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be fun. No one's ever circumnavigated the world.
I told my family I would do this. Yes, I told my dad and my mom. And you know what I said when I told them about the Atlas? They just shrugged. They just shrugged. Flying along. We're flying along. Nothing could go wrong. We're flying along.
The places that we've seen, the people that we've met, they'll never buy our stories, no, oh, don't you even bet.
And no matter how much we explore, there's always gonna be something more. We're flying along. We're flying along. Nothing could go wrong. We're flying along. Could you imagine seeing things from such great heights? The world below and oh so many magical sights. Flying along. Nothing could go wrong when you're flying along. Woo! What an opening!
What a fun song. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Charm Scene,
Woohoo.
the improvised musical. I'm sitting across from the amazingly high in the sky. It's Lily Ludwig.
And I'm talking to Head in the Clouds. It's Austin Packard.
And we are both joined, of course, by the incredible, so high up, you can barely see him up there. It's Sam Scheidler on the keys.
Woohoo. And Chris Ditton on the drums. Let's hear it.
That's so cool. And we are joined today, every episode of Charm Scene, or most episodes, we bring on a charming guest. And we could not be more excited by today's charming guest. She is an improviser. She is a singer.
It's
Heather Scholl. Hi, Heather.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we're so excited.
If you're involved at all in the Chicago scene, you may have seen her in Anarchy, Trapped in a Musical with Comedy Sports, Voila at I.O. She's all over the place.
Comedy Sports itself, it's amazing. If you don't know Heather yet, if you haven't felt the heat, then you really gotta get out all over I.O. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, somehow all my shows are at I.O. right now. So
I.O.?
it makes it easy to find me, I
That's
guess.
true.
I guess, yeah. Well, okay,
Amazing.
so here's what we've asked Heather to do. We have asked Heather to bring in a song. No.
Oh,
we
boy.
have asked Heather
Uh-oh.
to bring in a prepared song. No. We've asked Heather to bring in a story, something from her time in theater, in performing, in comedy, in the arts, whatever that means to you. So open-ended. We're going to hear that story in just a second, and then we're going to take it all, we're going to chat about it a little bit, and put it all into a big, what I call a metaphorical blender, and pull out the pieces that we like as inspiration for a totally made-up, on-the-spot, improvised musical. So, Heather, what have you brought in to tell us today? It doesn't have to be a song.
Oh gosh, yeah. I was like, oh, we gotta pause. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's actually it's kind of a couple of different stories combined into one. I'm gonna improvise a little bit on this, but I wanna. It kind of the idea comes from how I got into doing improv, which is I studied musical theater. And I loved it. I grew up loving musical theater. I wanted to do it. I moved here to do it. But all through college, I was always told like, oh, you sound like an ingenue, but you're the funny, quirky girl. And so naturally, when I got to Chicago, I knew I wanted to do improv. And I took classes at I.O. Way back. And then at some point someone said music improv. I learned what that was, realized it was the greatest thing ever. And now I just do that and improv. But
that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a very common path. But the thing I miss doing staged musicals. I miss singing songs that have been written. And I think back to doing theater in college.
Yeah.
And because those are some of my last experiences with doing full productions, right? Where you have a budget for a set and costumes and lights and everything. But what I noticed, something that I miss or that I often think about when I try to think of a performance story, are all of the things that can go wrong in a full production.
Nothing ever goes wrong in a full production.
Yeah, right. But in improv, there are no mistakes, but you also aren't dealing with as many elements. Like you don't have to worry about a problem with the set or the costumes. There may be some things that could go wrong, obviously, but I'm just curious, and maybe this is a question, but I want to tell you a couple of things that happened in my college productions. And then I want to know, did my school have more than normal issues, or is this just doing theater?
Is your school cursed? We can
I
help you.
can't wait to hear.
So one of the things is they actually did say that our holiday show was cursed. The Ohio Northern University Holiday Spectacular. Yes, it is a ripoff of the Rockettes show. Beat by beat, we do pretty much the same things. I got to be a reindeer in the reindeer kick line. There's a little Santa baby thing, all of that. But where the curse might come into play is not so much the show itself, but just every year that I was there, someone got injured and like out of the show in some way.
Wow.
My freshman year, a girl tripped and like twisted her ankle backstage on like a 2x4 that they had said so many times, like, watch out for that. We did the show first on campus and then in the Lima, Ohio, Lima Civic Center was the second week of the show. And we were in tech and running through the nativity scene, and she twisted her ankle out of the show. We had to redo all the numbers she was in. My sophomore year, it was me. I broke my foot in dance class, but I was one of the dancers in the show. So someone had to take my part. That's a whole other story about how my teacher said, if you had been turned out, you wouldn't have broken your foot. If I had been a better dancer, like if you just had been turned out properly, Heather, you wouldn't have broken your foot. So that was that year. And then the next year, I think it was the next year, stage manager fell into the orchestra pit. She was fine, but just injured. And then there was another incident where the angel got like the flu. And so one of the other singers had to step in and be her that night. And we didn't have an understudy. So we all had to relearn the one of the numbers, which hinges on alternating choreography. It's just a bunch of girls in little like Santa baby outfits. Like he's a gentle old man with a snowy white beard, lots of handography. Well, one whole side of the stage had to switch arms for that night and do everything the opposite direction that we had
what
learned.
A nightmare.
Yeah, so that's the holiday show. My summer show, my junior into senior year, I wasn't in the show. I was on stage crew, but we had this really elaborate set for Beauty and the Beast that we had brought in, and it rotated. It was just barely fit into our space, and it was just barely not in the right spot. And the set is rotating, and we all see it happen. The top of the castle gets caught on the scrim because the scrim didn't make it up in time. And you just hear like rip as thousands of dollars are going down the drain. And the scrim rips across it. And then on top of that, it was caught on the castle. So I'm at the soundboard. I'm just in charge of like beast roar sound cues.
Sure.
But I'm listening to the panic of all of the stage crew backstage trying to get the castle untangled from the scrim. And they had to do the entire Beauty and the Beast dance in front of the big main curtain on like the lip of the stage.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
that sounds maybe a little more cursed than usual.
Yeah.
If it was one of those things, I'd be like, yeah, someone will fall into the orchestra pit. That's just theater. But yeah, all
there's
three.
a lot. And then there was another one where like the power went out during a show, and then it came back on and everyone's mics were on when they weren't supposed to be. So you could hear people backstage. That was that was Brigadoon. Yeah. Yeah.
Where was this? Is this Ohio?
Yeah. A little town called Ada, Ohio, about 20 minutes east of Lima, which you may know from Glee.
Sure, that's right. Yeah.
It's nothing like the show. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, show choir is a big deal in Ohio, I think. But
I did it. Yeah.
Yeah. My school was too small to have one, my high school. But yeah, it's a very small school. And I think the musical theater program is pretty decent for how tiny of a school a lot of people haven't heard of. But yeah, I'm just like, this is odd, right? Like, I don't think that there was any negligence, like anyone had done anything wrong. It was just like, man, we can't win. Something's always happens.
I'm intrigued by a couple of concepts here. The first one is ingenue versus the funny girl.
Oh, yeah.
That's just like a funny premise for a show, I think itself.
That's just wicked.
Like those, basically. I also love the word handography. Unfortunately, we are an audio medium and can't do much of that. But
we're doing such good handography right now.
Yeah, you can't see it, but we're all doing.
I'm thinking of some ideas. Anyway.
Yeah. Also, just the concept of like mics being on when they're not supposed to be. Mm-hmm. That's such a universal thing that could happen anywhere. Those are the things that stuck out most for me. What do you think?
I love the idea of like a cursed holiday tradition. I think it's really fun. There's something there. I also just love a castle.
Yeah.
I just want to get a castle in there. Yeah.
What does it say about me that the story for performance is like, what could go wrong?
You are not the first guest to bring in a story about something going wrong or a costume mishap or something.
I think that's where the best stories come from.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah? Do a cursed castle, maybe?
A cursed castle?
Okay.
We cut to a cursed castle.
Yes, it's big and gray and tall with these minarets, and there's also a gray sky behind it that's flashing every now and then lightning.
Yes, there's a giant tower at the center of the castle with a huge spire, and lightning is sort of striking around the spire of that castle.
And there's one of those like curved windows that you can see in the top, and inside is the ingenue.
This far, I'm alone, it seems. Is this a nightmare or a dream?
Look at her there in the I've watched her every night. What I would give to meet her if it would just turn out alright.
Well, good luck, 'cause she's mine. You are just the worst. I have dibs on her because I saw her first.
On the castle and I have a curse. You could say my walls are the worst. Can you frickin' I do not think so. There's no way inside my
We cut to inside the castle. It's as opposed to the dark and stormy night outside. It's warm. It's glowing gold from the firelight in the hearth.
We see the ingenue standing at the window, gazing out at the surrounding town in which she has never visited before.
And in comes her sister, the quirky funny girl. Hey, why are you looking out the window and yelling?
Do you ever think what's in that little provincial town?
No. I kind of like being up here. I like reading my books and chatting with the court jester. But that's just me. Lol.
Bethany, I've read every book in this castle. I just want to know what's out there. I just can't see. It's like the fog is so thick. It's almost like a scrim. I read about those in a theater book.
Isabella, I've told you so many times, I do not know what a scrim is.
Yeah. When you get through all the books in this castle, you'll know.
Okay, I don't think you know what a scrim is either.
You're right. But I want to know. There's so much I want to know, Bethany.
Why do you want to get out of here so bad? Look, it's all gross and dark out there anyway.
Have you been downstairs in the castle? Not the great hall, not the dining room, not the ballroom, but below.
In the dungeon?
Yes.
Obviously not. Dad says there's a curse down there. I'm not stupid. I have been in the moat, though. It's kind of a lazy river situation. It just goes in a circle. If you get a part of the door, you can just float around it. We could do that sometime.
Okay. I wish I could be as carefree as you.
I'm just quirky like that.
But I went down there.
What?
Yeah.
You did not, you big wuss.
I did too.
You went to the dungeon?
Yeah. And there's secrets darker than you could imagine.
What, like inhumane conditions for the prisoners?
Yes. And a curse.
Tell me what you saw.
When you walk down the forbidden stairs, you feel a chill in your arms and in your hairs. Goosebumps raise up on your arms, and you feel like everything there will bring you harm. But down inside the cold, damp, dreary dungeon, there's a book locked away. I've spent the last year trying to break into it, and last night I succeeded. Darker than you could imagine.
I can imagine pretty dark.
Our own parents, you can't trust them. Inside the book are many secrets, and Bethany, I'll tell you now. So I opened the book, and inside were more secrets than I could keep inside my stupid nook. Yeah, Daddy locked us in here and we're never getting out. He just knew that you would always pout, but no, he didn't expect I would find it. But I did, and now I can't forget it. Outside of here, if we leave, the village will have tortures you can't conceive. If we leave, then doom will reign, terror upon this town. Oh my God. If we get out there, the world will end and everyone will be locked inside this castle dungeon. Oh my God, my sister, what do we do? I need to leave this place, but if we do, there's gonna be a terrible flu, like a curse, like a plague, like, oh my God, sister, what do we do? Oh, I wanna leave, but I don't wanna kill the village. I wanna leave, but I don't wanna kill the village. I wanna leave, but I don't wanna kill the village. Trapped. We're trapped.
Ooh. We cut back downstairs across the moat at the two knights or whoever who were fighting before.
I tell you, she's gonna be mine. I just know it. If I could just storm into that castle and climb those stairs, I'm telling you, the ingenue's gonna be mine.
No way, Sir Archibald. I totally saw her first and I called royal dibs.
Sir Jackson, if you really think that you are worthy of Princess Ingenue, then why would you show up for work dressed like that?
Excuse me? This is the newest suit of armor that the town even has. Like you would even know. You've been wearing hand-me-down tin armor.
At least I polish it. Your armor is scuffed, bruh.
That's the trend, bro.
You got scuffed armor, bruh. I can't even see my own reflection in it, bruh.
Well, lucky you, because your reflection is gross.
All I'm saying is if you get up there and Princess Ingenue can't see herself in your shiny, shiny metal casing, then how does she even know that you're a real knight?
Well, she'll know because I'm brave and true, you idiot.
Everyone knows we wear this shiny armor so that the pretty maidens who live inside of castles can see themselves reflected back at them, and that's how they fall in love with us.
How would you even know? You're totally maidenless.
Well, no, this is what they say. It's in all of the books, How to Get a Maiden for Dummies.
Oh, yeah, all those books written by other knights.
Yeah.
Have you ever even listened to a woman? You involuntary maidenless bitch.
I mean, I've met my mom. The first thing in the book, it says you gotta be confident. You gotta stand up tall and put your chest right out. Whoa. The second thing in the book is you gotta be confident. Yeah, they put it in there twice, have no doubt. But the third thing in the book is you gotta be patient. And you gotta listen to everything she says. Whoa. And the fourth thing in the book is you gotta be nice to her, or else, buddy, you can go on and get bent. And that's the entire book.
Oh, yeah, I don't even think girls like books that much. You're never going to find a girl who cares about you and books.
Oh.
What girls want is brawn and charm and confidence, you know?
I just said confidence. I know to be confident.
Oh, you read about confidence. That's not the same as being confident. If you're so confident, swim across that moat.
Even after everything they say about that castle?
Yeah. I thought you were confident. What, are you scared to swim in a suit of armor?
Confident. Look, you and I have been coming out and standing at the edge of this moat, staring at the castle now for the past 2 weeks. Every night, I see us both here.
Yeah.
So don't come at me like I'm the problem. We're in the same boat here, pal.
My steed just walks here and I let him. There's good grass around here. The moat feeds the grass and the grass tastes good to my steed.
If I cross that moat, you know what happens to the village. You know what they say.
You believe that stuff?
They say if any of us leave the village, that the castle will die.
Right.
That's the curse of the village.
There'll be a plague upon the monarchs. But I mean, would that really be so bad other than Princess Ingenue?
Whoa, what exactly are you saying right here out front of the castle?
What, do you think they're like listening? It's not like my mic is on or something.
They could be listening, bruh. The magic they've got in that castle, have you even heard the things they do in the dungeon? You really think they can't hear two bickering knights out here on the other side of the moat?
What do you suggest, huh? I am going to swim across the moat.
All right, well then I'm going to swim faster.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm tying up my horse. You stay here and eat some grass.
It's going to be hard to swim in armor, but I'm going to try my best. All right. On the count of 3 then. A gentleman's swim.
Sure.
1, 2,
splash! I'm gonna win!
We cut to inside the castle, where the king and queen are chatting in the grand ballroom inside.
Rosalind.
Yes, my good King Charles.
I'm worried about our daughters.
What? How could you be so worried?
Well, they seem to be snooping.
What, snooping? I haven't taught them to snoop. You telling me they're not the primest of women waiting for their futures?
No, they seem generally dissatisfied with their current situations. Well, one of them. The other doesn't seem to mind.
The other seems content.
Yes.
Well, what do you propose we do about it then? I'm too busy with all of my things.
What things?
My propriety and the planning of various goods and parties.
Would you care to elaborate?
Well, it's busy being a queen. I read this whole book of how to be a queen for dummies.
Not you, too.
Yes, well, there's a lot of books in the castle and there's not much to do.
I should get rid of these books.
The first rule in the book is to be confident. And the second rule is to be confident again. And the third rule is to do your best at planning all the events. And the fourth rule is just to do a good job, and that's the whole book. You wouldn't dare.
I might dare. You know what I'm capable of.
I've seen the dungeon, sure.
I do curses. I read a book about curses once.
Yeah, what was it called?
Curses. The first rule of creating a curse is to be confident.
Confident.
Then you say what you want your curse to be, and then you are confident.
Confident.
And then the curse will be placed because you were confident. And it helps if you have magical powers because you are a king. And that was the book.
Okay, we cut back to, for God's sake, we cut back to the two princesses up in the tall tower. Look,
Bethany,
look, what?
there's someone in the moat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Your
gosh. look.
lazy river.
There's two guys. They're
Yeah.
trying so hard to swim against the current. Just swim with the current. It'll be so much easier.
It's really hard to do this in armor.
Clank, clank, clank. Oh my gosh, it's two cute guys about our age. I'm assuming they're cute.
Oh,
Can't
so
see their faces.
this is what it would take to get you interested in the outside world.
I just love boys. I'm so quirky that way. All I want as a quirky girl is to find a really bland dude to just imprint on.
Oh, you read Twilight.
Yeah, there's a lot of books in this castle. What are you gonna do?
Should we help them?
I mean, oh, there they go again.
Oh,
They just did another lap.
I feel like we're doing it. So are we supposed to go towards the castle or not?
Are we getting any closer? I think we're just going in circles. I guess we could go help, but I mean, what about the curse?
I wonder how it works with the moat.
Yeah, I guess we're not supposed to leave the castle, and they're not supposed to enter the castle, but the moat is kind of a liminal space in
Yeah.
between.
The book didn't say anything about waterways.
Yeah. All right, let's go down. They go down like 17 flights of stairs. Yeah, it's really tall. The minarets.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, we made it.
Oh,
Oh, Sir Archibald, we made it. Oh
Oh,
my God, bro.
wait.
I thought we were gonna die.
and the castle's still here.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think they lied to us about the curse of the town. They said if we crossed the moat that the castle would die.
Well, technically, our feet are still in the moat, so it's kind of like we're in this liminal space
You there,
in between.
you boys! Don't leave the water.
It's Princess Ingenue.
Oh, can we come and like hang out with you though?
I don't know if you can cross out of the water.
What? What do you know?
There's a curse.
Yeah, we know about the curse.
Yeah, the curse of the village. It says if we cross, then the castle dies.
Yeah, if we go the curse that if we go into the castle, that you guys will die. That curse?
No.
No, our curse is that if we leave the castle, you guys will die.
Which curse is worse?
Whoa.
I mean, if you just think of it like a numbers game, then the curses are definitely not the same. An entire village just against a monarch family. It kind of reminds me of a problem in which there is a trolley.
But which curse is worse? I'm saying which curse is worse? I don't mean to be so terse, but which curse is worse?
No matter what we do, we lose. I don't know which one I should choose. My personal desire to go outside conflicts directly with what's outside.
Which curse is worse? Which curse is worse? I don't mean to be perverse, but which curse is worse? Well, maybe there's one thing we can all do to stay afloat. If you stand here with your ankles still inside the little moat,
Yes,
it could be the greatest thing. Oh, come here, you two daughters. It seems a state of limbo like international waters. Which curse is worse? Which curse is worse?
With you, I'd still like to flirt. But which curse is worse? Well, I mean, we can all just sit here with like our ankles in the water and just get to know each other, I guess, before my suit freaking rusts. We did not think this through.
It's already rusting, basically. Look at you. It's so scuffed and not shiny.
Do you see how mean he is to me? Don't you feel sorry for me, Princess Ingenue?
This argument continues for hours, but meanwhile, we cut to the dungeon. Oi! You there, fellow prisoners. How is it in your cell?
I'm hanging by me toes, so
Oh.
not great.
I'm hanging by me fingers, so slightly better than my toes. At least my head's pointing the right direction.
Well, I've got some interesting updates.
Yeah?
I can see out a little crack in the stones, and there's people in the moat.
I think people can see my little crack because I'm hanging upside down. Someone slap me 5.
I haven't seen outside in so long. What's it like?
Oh, it's the same as every other day that you've asked me.
Yeah.
There's a grass, and then there's a moat, and across the moat is some foggy village.
Oh, it sounds beautiful compared to these rotten walls.
Boy, you missed my point. There's people in the moat.
What?
There's never usually people in the moat.
Usually people can't cross the moat.
But they're just sitting there and they're
I
arguing.
guess you're just
Two
going to watch them
fools.
all die then and just tell us how it goes.
Oh, it would be interesting. But I don't want anybody to die.
No, me neither.
Me neither, but there's nothing else going on except watching the rats versus the cockroaches. Cockroaches are up 4-0 today.
Ah, good for them. They've been struggling in the behind.
Yeah.
Hey, would you guys mind? I'm feeling low spirits now thinking about death. Would you mind if we just did our little dance?
Oh yeah, our traditional hand dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fingers are still chained up to the wall. But I still think I can do the choreography quite well. We've been practicing each and all. And now it's I think I'd like to fell.
Well, I am strung out by my feet, so my hands are completely free. Watch as I swing back and forth like a groove, and watch my hands as they move.
It goes right hand up, clap, clap, clap. Then right to the left shoulder, left to the right shoulder, hands in your lap. Right hand up, clap, clap, clap. Right to the left shoulder, left to the right shoulder, hands in your lap. Oh, that did make me feel so much better.
Oh, I'm not very good at it when my fingers are chained up like so, but I can do the general motion.
You could do it with your feet.
Whoa!
It's the same.
Yeah. It goes right foot up, left foot up, then slap, slap,
I'm
slap.
doing it!
Right to the left and left to the right.
Feet cross in your lap.
I put my feet in my lap there.
You sit kind of like a yoga pose.
Oh.
Like that. Yeah, you're doing
I'm
it.
so flexible.
This is a good stimulation activity for us. We don't get a lot down here.
It's pretty much the only one.
We're keeping ourselves sharp for when we get out one day. One more time, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go! Yes! Right hand up, left hand up, and tap, tap, slap.
Or slap.
Right to the left shoulder, left to the right shoulder, hands in your lap.
Woo!
The rats and cockroaches all applaud.
We cut back to the king and the queen in the royal courtroom. The queen is busy putting more books onto the shelves. There's wall to wall of all bookshelves. My king, Charles. Charles, could you maybe wake up and, I don't know, help me with these books, putting them away?
You and your new love of books.
Well, I mean, the castle's full of them, and we don't have much to do since we can't leave, thanks to you.
Oh, well, I can't help it that I found a passion project and it worked.
Why are we like this, Charles? What happened to us?
We were born into a boring life.
It didn't used to be boring. I remember the first time I saw you.
Oh,
All those many days ago.
you were quite a sight to see. A vision.
And your armor was so scuffed and bruised, I couldn't see it, even an inch of myself in it.
But I didn't need you to see yourself. You could see yourself in the glisten of my eyes as they lit up with love.
That was all I could see. I had no idea what kind of a face you had under there, but I knew it was to be mine.
I knew. I would never leave you since the day we met. The love of my life, the surest bet. Such wonderful beauty, of which I could not conceive. No, you I could never leave.
I could never leave you. Just with that one look. You're the perfect story, the perfect chapter inside a perfect book. Oh, 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 and though we are old now, I see you still so young. And when we are together, it still feels like we've just begun.
Oh, the years march on, and our age fades. But beauty will remain forever in your face.
Oh, take my hand and hold me close and dance like we once did. Before we got so damn wrapped up in the events of our kids.
No, I would never leave you. Never.
I would never leave you. Clever. I would never leave you.
I will never leave you.
I will never leave you.
I will never leave.
Oh.
The hidden rats and cockroaches applaud. We cut back outside to the moat, and the quirky sister says, okay, guys, so we heard one version of the curse, and you guys heard one that was completely different. So what if they're both just total bunk?
What?
And, like, I'm sorry, Isabel, but, like, maybe that book you read was just nonsense. I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? I was pretty content in the castle until I saw, like, how cool it is out here. I kind of want to go into the village and just see what the hell happens.
Me too.
And I've never been inside the castle before, but frankly, I think that's what this whole thing's been about.
Wait, I've got it. What if we switch?
Yeah.
If we step at exactly the same time, then the curses won't know that anyone has left either place.
Like an Indiana Jones sandbag kind of situation.
That didn't go very well.
The library also has DVDs.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there's only one way to find out, right? And it's not like Mom and Dad will notice. They spend all their time in the ballroom talking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sir Jackson,
Sir Archibald?
ready to step with me into the world of royalty?
Yes.
Bethany,
Yes?
ready to go with me into... Gosh, I don't know what's out there.
We're gonna find out. Okay, everybody, on 3, not after 3. On 3,
On
ready?
3.
1,
2, 3.
Nothing happened.
What?
Look at these cool steeds.
Wow.
I'm so excited. We're
Gosh.
on the other side.
Yeah, look at me. My armor looks shinier already.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not feeling ill? The castle is still standing?
Everything looks fine.
Doesn't seem like there's a plague.
How's the village?
Well, I haven't gone there yet, but I don't hear screams.
Yeah, I don't hear flus or plagues.
Yeah.
Wow. Either we've switched places or the curses were both totally bunk.
How will we know?
Maybe we don't have to.
Huh?
I mean, Jackson, you and I have always wanted a life of royalty, and it seems you two always wanted to see the world. At least you did. How are you doing, quirky girl?
Yeah, I kind of just do whatever my sister does. But me, Jackson, I mean, I really was interested in the princess. It wasn't just about the royalty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
But if the only time we can ever see each other is on opposite sides of a moat, I mean, is that the kind of relationship I want to have? I don't really like to do long distance.
All right, then curses be damned. Why do we have to have it one way or another, huh? What if
we drained the swamp? Drain the moat. That's where the curse is located anyway.
Oh, you're right. Now that I think about it, the dungeon is pretty much directly next to the moat.
Yeah, and if we open this valve right here, I'm pretty sure all the water in the moat will just flood the dungeon.
How did I never see that valve before? That's such a good idea.
And if we drain the moat and flood the dungeon, it also destroys the book.
Yeah.
Wow. All these years sitting in the tower, and I've never thought of anything so smart before.
Let's do it.
Drain the moat. We gotta drain the moat. I tell ya, drain the moat. We gotta drain the moat. You take one side of that lever,
and you take the other half.
I'm right here, and we push it together forever.
And that's how we pull on the valve.
And then we'll drain the moat. We gotta drain the moat. I tell ya, drain the moat is how we drain the moat.
Oi, Packard, do you see water pouring in through the window? If we weren't trained up, I'd suggest that we go up to higher ground and get away from this. Water's rushing in, it's like hiss, hiss, hiss.
Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like this place. I don't like the way the water splash it into my face. But hey, look, what is this? Oh, my fingers are slip. I think with this water, we can finally exit.
They're gonna drain the moat.
They're gonna drain the moat. I tell ya, drain the moat. Looks like it. Drain the moat.
Oh, I'm an ingenue, and I just let things happen around me. I needed help to find a solution, and here I am in a bridge. If we had only had a bridge before, but no, we
Drain the
didn't.
moat.
We have to.
Drain the moat.
That's the only way out.
Drain the moat.
And then maybe I'll have a life.
Oi, guys, it's unfortunate I'm hanging upside down, but I will most certainly be the first to drown. Wait, look at this, it's happening to all of us. The water's coming in to the chains and they will start to rust. I'm breaking free from the chains. I can rearrange my brains. I am upright, swimming, yeah. Follow down the drain, follow me. We can swim, we can get out of the scrim. We can get out of the scrim. I'm pretty sure this is a scrim.
Drain the moat.
We've gotta drain the moat. I tell ya, drain the moat. It's working. Drain the moat.
Splash! We cut to the king and queen, who are suddenly realizing that something is off.
Oh, Charles, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Where's the water gone?
It's all getting drained into the dungeon.
Oh, and those prisoners are forgotten about down there.
Oh, I have
It's a
they're
shame.
fine. They were good prisoners.
I wonder how this has come to be.
I don't care. Charles,
Yes,
run away with me, my sweet.
run away.
Don't you remember when we met out there all those many years ago?
Oh, yes, and you hopped on the back of my horse, and we just went wherever we felt.
For miles and miles around. Oh, Charles, this could be our chance.
You know, I think you're right. I am not good at ruling a kingdom.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's more you're just sort of mean and aggressive and just put curses on everyone.
Well, it was just out of boredom.
Well, yeah, you're just misunderstood. I know you better than anyone.
They run out of the castle and see everyone else is standing there. The princesses, the knights, and the prisoners, and the king and queen are all outside looking at each other like the Spider-Man meme.
Are you?
Hey,
you?
And
oh, yeah, we were in the dungeon too, and we're here.
Bitch, you fought.
Yeah.
My darling eldest daughter. Yes, Dad?
And me, right?
My eldest daughter, but I love you too, Bethany.
All right.
What is it, Father? Darling, your mother and I must go off into the sunset and enjoy what years we have left.
Yes.
And you are next in line for the throne. But Father, I'm not ready. Darling, you've read every book in the castle. What's the first thing in every book? Confidence? Yes, darling.
Hell yeah.
And you've got it.
I think we all learned a little something about confidence today.
Yeah.
To trusting your own ideas, to doing what you want to do, to breaking out of prison.
To not worry so much about how shiny your armor is or that girl in the window.
And maybe sometimes the thing that you think you see out there, the thing that you think you need, is right here. It's just a chance to be something greater than you ever imagined you could be.
Maybe all of life is just a big rotating set. Maybe all of life is just big rotating set, and the most exciting thing of all is you don't know what's gonna happen next, 'cause all of life is one big rotating set.
I've learned something today, and there's something I have to say. That if you're the new queen I sing, maybe you would like a confident king. I hope that's okay, Jackson. That's right, I'm finally taking action. It's me, I'm right here without a single dent. That's right, I finally have learned to be confident.
Life's one big rotating set. Life's one big rotating set. Kinda like a lazy river, like we've been on yet. Life's one big rotating set. And as for me, I'm gonna go into town and just see whatever the hell goes down. And maybe I could come too. I had eyes for your sister, but when I saw you, I was like, damn, how could I have missed her?
And we are now out, the people from down below.
Yeah.
And there is nowhere that all of us could not go. We'll make our own town and make our own way, and we'll come on back another day.
Life's one big rotating set. Life's one big rotating set. Haven't gotten to the next chapter yet, 'cause life's one big rotating set.
I think it's time for me to try something new. I'm no longer just an ingenue. Things outside the tower window aren't what they seem. It's time for me to take the crown and be queen.
Oh,
back there. What a fun
Oh, I
time.
didn't even hear it. That was awesome.
That was so fun.
Heather,
Oh,
so much fun. I love all your different voices. You're so good at that.
Thank
That
you.
was so cute. Oh,
I would love to do a whole show as the dungeon guy.
oh, right? I would just love to follow. Well,
Speaking of which,
what a
we were just going to ask,
great segue.
which one of those characters do you think we could see more of?
Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? There were so many fun characters, but I want to see, now that this story has come to a conclusion, the sequel,
Oh.
Okay.
Princess Bethany.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Mhm.
What exactly do you want to see?
Well, after the story is concluded and the ingenue is now the queen, I think Bethany's got some adventures up her sleeve.
Yeah.
Especially now that the world is open, parents are off doing who knows what, canoodling.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. Princess Bethany, what's going on?
Sequel. Here we go. You might remember me. My name is Bethany. And now in parts 2 or maybe 3, you get to hear my story. So I went into the town with my new guy. We found so many things to do. They've got libraries and restaurants and bakeries and parks and comedy clubs too. Yeah, I'm the funny one, that's my deal. I'm the funny one, that's my deal. I'm gonna try comedy stuff for real, 'cause I'm the funny, quirky girl and that's my quirky deal. I came into town with my knight named Jackson. The first thing we did is check into a hostel and did some action. And then he supports me in all my endeavors. I'm so glad that we are here together. He sits in the front row and he laughs really hard. And that's why I like him, 'cause he's also really hard. I'm the comedy girl, that's my deal. Oh, the funny girl, that's my deal.
That's her.
I like slip on a banana peel, 'cause I'm a funny girl, and that's my deal. There we go.
That's
Heather,
funny girl.
Heather Scholl, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That
was really
This
fun.
Is a blast.
Real quick, I'm of course sitting as always across from the amazingly funny girl. It's Lily Ludwig.
And I'm sitting from the beautiful ingenue, Austin
Oh,
Packard.
thank you so much. And the royal knights themselves. First on the keys is the amazing, it's Sam Scheidler in the shiniest of armor. And here, the most noble, of course, is the incredible Chris Ditton on the drums.
There it is. Heather, thank you so much. We here at Charm Scene are a recorded show, but we are such big proponents of live shows. Go see live theater wherever you are. And if you happen to be in Chicago, absolutely go see Heather in such shows as
Anarchy, the improvised rock opera, Voila, the musical, Trapped in a musical, and Comedy Sports, all right now currently at the IO Theater. So convenient, you have no excuse.
Right
but to
off the
stop
red
by.
line.
Yeah.
And just in case they want to learn even more, stay up to date, where can they find you on social?
I am on Instagram at Heather M. Scholl.
Amazing.
Great, that's SCHOLL,
Yes,
correct?
like Dr. Scholl, but I am not related.
Yes, go see her live. Go see a show live. Wherever you're listening, go find a live show. You really cannot beat it. Thank you so
Yep.
much for joining us again, Heather. That's
you.
the buzzer. We gotta go do another episode. Thank you all so much for listening. And from all of us at Charm Scene, goodbye.